Alright, here we go. Hey guys, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, but 95% of my audience is men, so guys, you've escaped doing Mother's Day stuff, well done. Um, this is gonna be not like one of these videos that I usually do where it's like, get to the point and this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm talking about. This I've had the job of wrapping my dash. I've done that bit, but now I have to do the wood grain that's down around the gear knob here. And I was going to do it anyway, and I thought I might just go YouTube live and do it. Like, it's a more efficient way of doing a video, I suppose, because I don't have to edit it. How cool is that? Let's get the camera straight. You guys that are watching, feel free to ask questions, talk about anything, ask me about anything. I'm going to get it up on my phone at the same time so I can see the comments, because it's a bit hard looking back at the camera trying to read the comments all the time. So hopefully this is going to warn me that Dash Off Road is going live. I'm just going to go to my channel and hopefully it's going to come up and say this is how to see it. That would have been too easy, hey? Oh, maybe I will have to read it off the screen. Anyway, I'll talk and work at the same time and we'll see how we go, because I've seen on the Y62 Patrol Modified Action Facebook group that there's been questions about how do you take this apart, where do you start, and I'm the other Facebook groups as well. So I thought, I'll show you how I do it. Let's hope I can do it. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to get into it. Yeah, feel free. You can hop out and then come back and hop in a bit later, because this is probably going to go for some time, because I'm going to pull that part out, pull the wood grain bit out around the gear knob, then I'm going to take it out onto my table outside, and I've got the vinyl wrap set up, and I'm going to show you how I vinyl wrap it at the same time. So if you don't want to see this bit, just come back in like half an hour. No, let's say, I hope it doesn't take me half an hour to get this out, but you can come back later and have a look how the wrapping goes. Hey Luke, how you going, mate? Alright, this could be entertaining. Let's see. Right, here we go. So these bits come away first, those bits, and there's this weird hooky thing. It's like that and hooks in, and I always struggle with it. So let's see how it goes. But essentially you rip it from the bottom first, memory, yeah, and then you rip it from the top, yeah, like that, and it pops out. Put the seats back first as well, and then a bit of courage and strength. Like, so I basically shunted it down and then out for it to come out. And so I'm unclipping it from the bottom now. And it should just, I think I'm unclipping it from the bottom. Alright, I'm going to change the title of this video to Fail Attempt at Pulling the Dash Out. I'll go the other side first, maybe. And you'll notice I'm sporting the new Dash Off Road merch. There we go. That's the way. Alright. That's the clippy thing I was telling you about. You basically have to down, across and up to get that bit up. Then there's a clip here, which you just have to pull out with brute force really. Clip here, and probably there's, oh no, they're holding that part in. So one out, get the other one out too. Should have been a gymnast, I reckon. Alright, please come out and don't make it look bad doing live. Maybe doing this live wasn't the best idea. It's like the seat's too big. Okay. Alright, so that's how you get those bits out. Alright, I wonder if I can see your messages on here yet. I don't know. Now, next part. Probably be a bit boring if you just started watching just then and just saw a picture of the dash doing nothing, but if I was organised, I would have got like all the right screwdrivers out and ready to go. There's my kids going past on the scooter. Keep going, riveting TV. Yeah, I don't know about that. But as I do this, I was going to talk to you guys at the same time because you would have known I was about a year, more than a year ago now. I started doing some videos with Steve from Australian 4x4 Adventures, top bloke, and we started this whole battle thing up between, you know, patrols and land cruisers, and that was fun. And it was, you know, tongue in cheek, we're having a bit of a go at each other and each other's cars and all that sort of thing, which, you know, that's all fair. But and then like the battle page, well, I don't know if it was starting, it was around before us, but there's a battle page on Facebook. Maybe there's another 2 screws here somewhere. Maybe, oh, these ones. And it was good, so it created entertaining watching, but some people did take it too far, and I myself got some like threats, and I know Steve did, and some other sort of prominent Land Cruiser and Y62 people got some really nasty messages as it was all going. So, you know, they're the bits I weren't so happy about. Where's the other screws? I know there's another, or does this just clip off? Here we go. Alright, here we go. Oh, that was a interesting click. So behind here, there's all these wires that are like plugs that you just pull off, and then this whole fascia comes out, and then hopefully I can get to the next bit, But I'll keep talking about my story as it. Whoa, what was that? Oh yeah, it's out. It's out. But what I realised, you know, in my, you know, wise years of 40, that it kind of started to divide people, and I was thinking to myself, like, is that really why I'm doing this YouTube social media thing, is to like divide? And it really isn't. The whole idea is to bring people together. If you're on social media and you're not meeting other people face, you're doing it wrong. Like, the idea is to catch up, go on events. Like next weekend I've got a drive to Birdwood where there's like a full drive. Excuse the facials. Where Ruthie's coming down. I think he's donating his car to the museum, I think, or something like that. Can't get these plugs out. But it's got me thinking about what is the next sort of chapter for Dash Off-Road, and how can I, instead of dividing people, kind of bring people together. And I've got some ideas. I'll throw them out to you once I get this off. Like, oh, there we go. One. Maybe I just need a bit more concentration. There's like 1, 2, 3 plugs behind here. Oh, but only 2 that you actually have to take off. Alright, let's only take the 2 off that are necessary. Ta-da! That's what's behind. So you just have to disconnect that plug and wherever the other one was. Oh, there. Whatever that's for, the hazard lights. And that one was for, I don't know, aircon or whatever. So that's that bit out. I wonder if I might even try and edge the camera down a bit so you can see what I'm doing next. How's that? Can sort of see what I'm doing there. I'm hoping I don't have to take out all these buttons, because that would be a real pain. And I have no idea how to get the gear knob off. So if anyone knows how to that comes out, let me know. Be nice if this just all. Oh, and they've screwed it in with those nasty like little, you know, the star bolts. So there's star bolts here and on the other side. I'm not even sure if I've got those tools. We'll see how we go. Alright, as I'm rummaging around here, I'll talk to you. So I've got a couple of ideas. I've got this idea called "Let Me Take You Full Driving." What does that you say? Well, I've got a whole heap of like Allen keys and this nice neat little... Oh, I was looking everywhere for that today. If only you could see the camera the other way around. I've gaffer taped my phone to my tripod because I couldn't find this where it would have just nicely screwed on. Anyway, now I know where it is in my toolkit. Allen keys. So this idea about let me take you full driving. The whole idea is to bring people together. So that's one of the star Allen key things, but I need a smaller one than that. And I thought, well, I'm gonna try and get people in. Like, let's get people into full driving that can't do it for whatever reason. Like maybe they just don't have mates that are into full driving, and therefore don't have like the friendship group to be able to do it. Or maybe they've had an injury or a disability, and they just, you know, it's hard to get out and do. Like there could be some passionate people out there that are into full driving, but well, would like to be, you know, people that are probably watching this channel. That's the tool you need. So little, can you see it? How close in there? It's like a little star. Anyway, I finally had one. Yeah, so maybe there's some people sitting here watching this right now, and for whatever reason they can't go full driving. Maybe it's just, you know, don't have the funds. That's fair enough. And so I'm going to take them full driving, preferably somewhere in Adelaide. Start there, but I might do some interstate ones as well, and show them what it's like, you know, a day in the life of a YouTuber full driver, so you can see what it's like. And if there's any other YouTubers out there that want to get involved in this, I'm just like, it's not just for Dash Off-Road, it's for anyone. So it's going to be called Let Me Take You Full Driving. Keen to see what you guys think about it. I should do a meet up with Ruthie, yeah. So yeah, if you're coming next weekend, yeah, Ruthie will be there. I might take one of these Dash Off-Road tops and get him to put it on, hey. Or maybe I get him to sign one. Who's ringing me? Matt Webber. Don't you know I'm doing a YouTube video? Hey, how you going? I'm doing a YouTube live video now. I'll put you on speaker. Yeah, now. You're on YouTube. I'll bring you back there later. Oh, you don't want to be on YouTube?
I didn't know. Yeah, of course.
Alright, so Matt Webber, I didn't display your phone number, that's alright. From, where are you from? Willing Webber.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hi, everybody. How funny is that?
So this is like, Matt does more of the extreme sort of Y62 rock crawling stuff, so check out his channel, Willing Webber. Anyway, I'm putting my dash apart live, so man, I'll catch you later.
Alright, mate. See ya.
Anyway, it was a bit entertaining. Alright, I was pulling this screw out as well. So what else is going on? Yeah, that's the Let Me Take You Full Driving thing. Also, in that aim to unite sort of people opposed to divide, got this other thing, which actually Steve started. It's like a Facebook chat just for YouTubers, and that's pretty cool. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to putting that screw in again. Bugger. Let alone the one on the other side here. And so that's like all of us sort of full drive YouTubers. We all independently, you know, are making videos, posting them all the time. I see, you know, videos from Graham Riders on his Land Cruiser. Aussie 4x4 brothers. Who else is in there? Drive Lines. There's heaps of full drive channels out there making videos. And so now we're all talking to each other for the first time, thanks to Steve, thanks, buddy. And we're going to start doing some collaborations. So that means there's one we're just organising at the moment where it won't just be me talking about a piece of full driving or a car or something. It's actually going to be all of us and what our, you know, individual thoughts are. So the first one coming up is on fridge management, which is like not how you manage a fridge, But you know, do you have a how do you have a fridge slide? Do you have a drop slide? What's the ups and downsides of a drop slide versus, say, a tilt slide? Like there's all of these options. Oh my god, the whole center console is like one piece. All right, let's keep that little baby safe. When I forget this in like an hour, I put it in there. All right, and all of these can go back. Because if, like, with a Y62 Patrol anyway, if you put a fridge slide in, that's great. But if you've got a lifted Y62 and you've got drawers, you can't see into the thing unless you're like 6'4", aka Matt Weber. Down there, how is this all going to come out? Surely it's not one piece. Surely like it unclips or something. It is. It looks like the center console. Oh, this might be easier to wrap like in situ here. At least if I can get the gear knob off, maybe. How does this come off? Anyone done this before? Yeah, take the gear knob off first, but like where? I'm sure there's like some special cover. Maybe this clicks off. No. No. Alright, YouTube, help. How does this come off? Any ideas? Oh, okay. You just yank that down. Have a rattle behind main dash. Have you heard that issue? Sounds like a vent actuator is not there. I take this dash apart regularly and I haven't had any rattles, and if anything I think it's extremely well put together. So I think all the vents and aircon stuff is like down there. So I want to pull this stereo out one day. Oh, I can't be bothered doing it right. Well, I could do it, I suppose. I want to see what inputs are actually behind the stereo, whether you can have like an AV in. I don't know how hard that is. There's 2 screws there, and I don't know, I think the other 2 flat panel, which I wasn't going to pull out today, so maybe I won't. Right, how do we get this off now? Oh, yeah, there's like a clip or a pin. Easy as that can be to get out. So, want to have like some needle nose pliers would be the go here, I reckon. Side cutters. Oh, you're kidding me. Side cutters. Here we go. That's what I want. So needle nose pliers. These are like little electrical ones, but they're on an angle. I reckon that's going to be the GO. I'm hoping that this will allow the whole knob to come off. Alright, that's what I just pulled out. Ooh, hold it down there. That's what I just pulled out. I don't know if you can see it very well. And when I put it back and I rewatch this video, that goes at the top on the high side. So not like that, like that. Alright, that can go in the little cup as well. Now, oh, that was easy. Alright, that's how you take a gear knob off. I'm going to retitle this video. Now, let's see how this all comes out. Oh, tell me I'm going to have to unbolt the back here. I'm sure this like unclips or something. Surely you don't have to like pull the whole... No, because there would be a refrigeration in here for the TIL, so... No. it would have to just unclip. So I'm just gonna use a bit of courage. There's half of Love Day still in the bottom of this, and just rip it and see what happens. There we go. Alright, oh my god, there's so many things plugged in under here. Oh, and I've run wires here and not terminate them. I obviously was going to run that to something and didn't get around to it. Right, that. So there's a bunch of wires under here. I'm so tempted to wrap it in the car. What is that even for? What needs power here? Ah, all the sand rock stuff. Alright. So that goes in there. It's not too hard. I'll see if I can show you what's going on here. Ugh. I need an extra arm. I'll take my phone's on charge. So I'll take that out. So that's what it looks like down in there. Hopefully you can see that alright. I'm just going to disconnect all those wires, stuff around a bit, and then we can get on to wrapping. Like I said before, if this is boring the hell out of you, you can come back any time. I'll just connect the power cord up again. The longest video I think I've ever done is about 15 minutes. So I'm intrigued to see if there's value on this. I wonder if I can focus by pressing the screen, don't know. Yeah, I'm keen to see if there's value in doing this because I seem to work on my car every week for some reason. So, you know, if there is value in it, maybe I'll just start pressing the record button at the same time. Or the go live button. It's a bit big, but I could really use a cameraman right now. So, other stuff going on around the place. As I was showing you my shirt that I have on at the moment, that's our new merch line. So Dash Off Road has got shirts, hoodies, like polo shirts, then fishing shirts, and then yeah, hoodies are coming. And gee, I'm making this look hard, aren't I? That's what I do well. Alright, that's out. Just need a bit of encouragement. And there's a couple of others here too. Where's that even going to? Nowhere. So there's a cigarette lighter, of course. I've hardwired this one too by memory. Oh, and this is where so I've mounted my UHF in the center console here, like in there. And that's where you can get power when once you've rewired it to permanent power. That's where I got power from for it. And geez, a really fancy looking connector for where the traction control stuff is. Like it's one of those sort of cables that they've plugged it in and they've tied it down as if they really don't want you disconnecting it. So, let's see how that goes. Once I actually get this out, then I'll be able to show you my very unprofessional way of wrapping stuff, which I tend to do everything the hard way. Oh man, this is like way harder than it should be. So that's holding it in, so let's get rid of that. That'll make life easier. I must admit, all this Japanese stuff is so well put together. I'm impressed every time I take something of this car apart. It's like very engineered. Come on, let's go. We're doing this live. Gotcha. Alright, what's next? This one. And that one. Alright, here goes the traction control plug. I'm going to get, well, I've got a locker sitting in the garage that I just need to install. So who needs traction control when you've got a locker? Alright, this should be the last plug, hopefully. It's going to be fun putting all this back together. Oh, come on, you bugger. Gotcha. Alright, so... Oh, what now? Just when you think it's done. Okay, there's that. That on that. Let's see how many of these I forget to plug back in afterwards. Okay. Oh, why isn't that working now? I have some cracker facials going on right now. Right. Should be reading these comments. I wonder if I can see them on my phone yet. Let's check that out. Surely it should say Dash Off-Road is gone live or something. Someone just bought some merch. Cool. Whoever that was. Hopefully you like it. Whether it's actually it must be the long sleeve one. So I'll give you a proper look at it when I get out the car in a second. Cheers for that. Now, where were we? Alright, I've got... What's this? I thought we were done, but there's one more... At least one more plug here. Alright. Okay, oh now there's only... half of Love Day is like sifting out. I don't know if you can see it. It's all down here. Now, this I'll show you this in a second, because I believe this is like the G meter thing that is for your airbags and all that sort of thing. Oh no, not airbags, dynamic stability control or something like that. Oh, can that plug just come out? This looks extremely hardwired. David, why did you do that? Why? That's not a plug, that's like part of it. I wonder if I can just push it out. Alright, I'm going to regret this later, but I'm just going to cut it. Like, I put these wires in to hardwire the cigarette lighter, I believe. Or get accessories, power for something. I hope I don't regret this. I can always connect them again later. Here we go. Alright, we're free. Alright, be back in a moment. I'm just going to put this on the table outside. Just disconnecting the power cord. Alright, so now I can see it. It's my front yard. And this is the shirt that one of you just bought. Cheers. Now, hopefully you can see this. Down the bottom there, can you see this thing that says C5 and half of Love Day sitting on top of it? I think that's the G sensor that like looks after all of the, I think like airbags and what's all the other stuff that does? Anyway, if you're interested, that's where it is. Don't hit it. Don't tamper with it. Don't undo that plug. Now, what I'm going to do is set my tripod up. I'm just putting the legs up as we speak, so I can then focus it on the table as you watch my wrapping techniques. So, just bear with me here. Wind you guys up a bit higher. View. Something like that. Get it nice and close. I'm hoping there's not too much wind. Alright. So here's me. Let's get that straight. I'll show you the insides of this and I'll show you how much Love Day is left in there. Alright, let's go at doing this. So, product placement. hopefully you can hear me alright. So, that's all the Love Day left in there. That's how I've been fixing that today. Now, I'm hoping I've actually got enough. So I'm going to do this carbon fibre black wrap on here. Now this ain't working, so I need to set this up a bit better. I'm just going to move to a corner. Sorry for not being better organised here, but this is going to work better for both of us if I just have it set up on the corner like this, because then I reckon you're going to get a better look at what I'm doing, and I'm still going to have reach. That's not bad, I reckon that's okay. I'm just going to plug my phone in so it won't go flat like I did on my last YouTube live. I was going to like do this big thing where I went through my car front to back and showed you every single modification that I did, and it was all good except I didn't have much battery in my phone, so I couldn't do the whole video, so that was silly. Right, now I've got to clean all this down. I've got some methylated spirits here. Don't have a rag, I'll get one of them. Or paper towel. You just don't want anything that's got like, sorry, kick the camera, sorry about that. You just don't want anything that's got like lint, so like get some decent quality paper towel. And because if there's anything at all on there, it'll show. I've done, as if you've been following me, I've done a bit of vinyl wrapping lately, and you might see my mixed success. I can tell you the perfect temperature for vinyl wrapping is about 26 degrees. I've done it colder like it is today, and it means I'm going to have to heat the material up a bit to get it to work probably. Otherwise it just doesn't go on quite as well. But if it's too hot, that's worse because it stretches and like pinches up on itself, and that's really bad. Definitely a much easier way of cleaning the dash. Let's get a clean bit. I haven't measured out how much of this carbon fibre wrap I got left. I just assume I've got enough. Like, it's $10 a metre, it's like so cheap. And they pay, well, I've heard quotes of like $900 to get someone else to do this. So, you know, if it doesn't, like, feel free to have a go. If it doesn't work, so what? You've wasted a bit of time. You're probably a bit more intimate with your car. Alright, so let's see if I've got enough. And if there's any professionals watching this, I'm sorry, I'm sure I'm doing something wrong here. Maybe you're not supposed to use metho, who knows. Got another trip coming up soon to Mount Cole. So we went to Vic High Country not long ago, and that was cool. Oh, this is all sticky. The next one's going to be Mount Cole, which is not that far, it's just sort of over the border, Victorian border, coming from South Australia. Alright, please be enough. The other thing to, oh yeah, there's enough. The other thing to have a think about here is which way the grain goes on the dash. Like, there's no use, you know, me wrapping it that way, except I've done the dash that way. So I'm just going to go and do a quick check. So here's the centre console I did the other week. Well, when I say the other week, this project has been going since before Christmas. Like, just when I get some time, I do it basically. Just been flat out. So it looks like I have gone in. Which way? Not that way. All right. That direction. All right. So now I can match. I can put it that way, and I know it's going to be the same direction. It's kind of where you need a bit of a deep breath. as you have a crack at this, because this could go horribly wrong. What I think I might do, like there's two methods, I've got two ideas. Either take all of the backing white paper off and just like stick it on and hold it tight, or just start at the top and work my way down. So I've got a squeegee, got a sharp knife, which is really important. I'm trying to work out how I could do this sitting down, because that's going to be the next problem, is me just leaning over the whole time. Anyway, let's see what happens. I reckon, or do I do left to right and then just cut those bits out after? Anyone done this before? Feel free to comment. Yeah, I reckon, because there's more real estate there, maybe if I go left to right, and just have to make sure I keep everything straight, like go on that sort of edge, and then peel it away as I go. Let's do that, hey? Alright, I'm just going to trim it. One thing I have learned is basically trim as you go, just trim bits down to size. Makes life easier. Alright. I feel like I need a beer or something doing this. Here we are. Here we go. Maybe I should just do the stick. Let's see what happens. Just peeling, sorry it's not the camera, but I'm just peeling the paper off the back. I can feel that like it's not very pliable. It's just because it's a bit cool. So I'm half doing the stick method and half peel method. I've got about half of it unwrapped now, and here we go. And just go left to right and hope for the best that I get it straight. That looks about right. And bang, here we go. We're happening. You can buy all these tools to do this, and I must admit, I've found just fingers works the best. So my idea is to cut out the just cut around here after with a nice sharp blade. So I've got a little wrinkle, like little wrinkles you can fix after, but big ones you're going to need to fix right now. There. That's kind of working. Got a bit of a wrinkle. This is where I think I need a bit of heat, so I've got the hairdryer here. Plug that in. Sorry for the bumps on the camera. I wonder if anyone actually watches this. So I find with the hairdryer, you don't want it on the flat out setting, you just want it on the sort of the lower setting. And if this is boring the hell out of you, but you want the information, just wait until this gets to that end, and then just watch in double time or something. Or you can probably even go faster than double time. So there was a little bubble there, so I just peeled it back and I'm going over again. But the heat just seems to make it more workable, usable, friendly, something like that. So I'm going to peel it back the other way now. There's a bit that I'm not happy with, so this isn't a great camera angle. I need a cameraman. I need someone to like just come and be my cameraman. One thing I do like about this, if it doesn't work, you just peel it off. Right, let's go. So I'm just getting underneath it now. Well, that didn't work. Far out. Is this going to be a fail video? Can you see it? Let's have a look here. See if that's in frame. I'm trying to keep this in frame for you at the same time. So I'm getting myself into a spot of bother here. There's like a little blemish that I thought, I've got to get that out. It's not much, but I thought I want to get it out. And let's see what the cost of that little blemish is going to be. So some professionals probably watching this and just like cacking themselves at my mutzer of doing this. But hey, you don't know unless you have a crack at it, eh? When I was doing the roof, I was like getting my arm underneath it, underneath the wrap. And afterwards I realised I've vinyl wrapped half of my arm hair onto the roof of my car now. A couple little bits though I'm going to have to fix after that. I've got these really... oh, it's bleeding. I've got this really cool knife. So, for a living, I'm not a YouTuber, I actually have a job. Not a full-time YouTuber anyway. But for a living, I sell surgical stuff, like you go and have a cataract surgery, like on your eye or something. I sell the prosthetics for that, if you ever want to know. But the scalpels or blades they use for those surgeries are a self-closing blade, like for the wound. So, like when they puncture the eye, they do it in a certain structure, so the pressure inside the eye keeps the wound closed. Anyway, why I'm telling you this is these little bubbles, if you squeeze them up into a bubble, and then I get one of my micro surgical blades and get in there, it lets the air out, and then you can push it down, and you'd never ever know. They're the best thing ever for fixing all these sins. Alright, that looks alright. So once I get to that kind of stage, now I trim. Probably just looks like a heap of black on camera, but you'll have to trust me, it's kind of looking the goods. I'm going to leave the silver strip down here. I find if you trim as you go, you're just not fighting with the vinyl. It just makes life so much easier. Alright, next. Stuff. I'm going to rip all the paper off and just see what happens there. Here we go. What am I about to do? I bet people that do this for a living like shave their arms so you don't get like hairs stuck underneath a wrap all the time. Maybe wearing a long sleeve shirt wasn't the best idea either. Alright, anyway, it's done now. Here we go. I think I'm going to have to make a little incision cut here so I can work it. This is dangerous because you've got to get it to meet up on the other side. But I just need to see what's under here. Hopefully this is still in shot. It's not quite a fail video yet. It's not a dash snuff video. Just going to trim this down a bit more. I think that's the key, just so you're not fighting with the material, just get it to the right size. See how that tore then? That means it's too cold. Yeah, it's tearing. I need to heat this up to get it to be able to work with it a bit better, I think. Right, you can imagine if it tears like back towards the job, then you have all sorts of problems. Oh, see, it's tearing away. It's too cold. Right, I'm gonna heat this up a bit. I wonder if I should do some like red highlights somewhere. So I've got a bit of red left over too. See that tear? That could really cause some problems. Okie dokie. Next. Like, I'm sure you've worked out by now that like I don't actually know what I'm doing. I'm just faking it best I can. Let's get just a line down here, I reckon. Oh, see that? That's what I was trying not to do. That tear is now going to go back in there, so that's going to be a join now. Oh, I really didn't want to do that. Can you see that? There. Anyway, it's done now. That's what I was saying, 26 degrees is like the perfect temperature to do this. Luckily, I'm not a perfectionist. I'm about as far from perfectionist as you can get. So, like, if you need things to be perfect, don't do this yourself. I just don't mind giving stuff a crack, and like I'll have a crack at the jobs I like doing and pay people to do the stuff that I don't like doing. Alright, now there's this retrieval. See, this is the scare here. It's too tight, so I'm going to relieve it, but I don't want it to tear either. It's like a crease there that I need to fix. There's a few creases I need to fix. If I can get a start, then I can like work away from this edge now. Get that crease out. Little bugger, come out. There we go. If you do get creases, you can usually just apply a bit of heat and then it kind of fixes itself. Right, so that's the top. That's all stuck down there now, and that's kind of looking all right. It's just this edge, and I've got to remember like what's wood grain and what isn't. Yeah, so I reckon I can cut along this edge here. Or instead of cutting, sorry, use the knife of the squeegee, and you just try and keep getting an edge in there, and then see how that just cut by itself, and it cuts in the right spot. So yeah, not knife for that bit, just squeegee. That's not bad, that's okay. And then I reckon if I make a little cut up this other way, that'll give me access. Like cutting, but not leaving a mark. Yeah, see, this is kind of coming together. Look at that. Oh, hey. I'm happy with that. Alright, I'm just going to leave it there though for now. And then I reckon I can just leave, like around here, or maybe even the squeegee would do it. Just get the center point. Yeah. Oh. Let's make sure this is all pressed down first. I'll just use the knife for the... That was kind of alright. That's working, that's working. This is where you need a really sharp blade, and it's not a bad idea to like clean the blade regularly as well. Now that I've got those cuts, I think everything's going to just start getting easier to work with. Oh, look at that, I'm just using my fingernail. A heaps better cut around the corner with my fingernail. Okay. Have sharp fingernails. You... is that going to work around here though? No. Because this is like where it opens, it's coming back on itself. I'll have to work out what I'm going to do with that silver bit. I should have taken a photo of this first so I could see, because right now I'm looking at this and I've forgotten where the margin is there, but anyway, we'll sort that out afterwards. Oh, the squeeze. Oh, and sorry about that, just kicked the tripod. I think I'm going to have to cut this. Here we go. Ta-da! I can fold all that down. Look at that. I'm happy with that. So I've spent 10 bucks, I think it was, or thereabouts. I'm going to have to vacuum all that out in a minute. If I don't like that, I can just go back and just re-wrap that section on its own, because you still can see the wood grain on the side here, which that may well bug me actually. Yeah, but that's not a big deal. I can just get some more and just redo the little door thing. It's not too big a deal. Alright, next let's keep working, I suppose. Just have a stretch, might have a drink of water. I used too big a table, like I'm leaning in too far. Still an angle, yep, alright. Next. Got to get around this gear knob part, and I've torn this all the way, so I might as well just cut it really. I don't have to fix it anyway. That'll actually make my life easier, and it just means there's going to be a very small join there, but you know, you get that with the big jobs, I suppose. Right, let's keep moving this in. And I reckon this is one of these times where I want to try and stretch this, so let's heat it up and then stretch it. see how already it's looking like it's going to be easier to work with. It's just probably about, I don't know, 16 degrees here at the moment. Alright, here we go. Again, if I can get this line across here. Beautiful. Oh, see, heat just makes it so much easier. When you just have like the right temperature, everything's easier. So next 26 degree day, everyone's going to go and start wrapping their car, hey. Oh, I'm going to have some balls now. I need to cut this. No, trim, that's right. Listen to what I said. Do some trimming. So now, a huge worry about tearing. No one likes to tear. Alright, here we go. Don't tear, don't tear, don't tear, don't tear. Please don't tear, squidgy. Folding up on itself. This is where things turn to custard. Come on, mate. Let's do this. Let's work as a team here and do it my way. It's, like, you need 5 hands. Like, you need someone to constantly keep putting like just low heat on. So I'm just getting my nail in there. Am I still in shot? Am I? Yeah, just. Need to be. Oh, that's better. Let's just work from here then. So I'm just getting my nail in here. And so I'm kind of cutting it as I go, which is relieving a bit of this sort of stress in the wrap. Oh, don't tear, don't tear, don't tear. Please. Heat, heat, heat. If you're still watching this, good on you for hanging out with me on this Mother's Day. Say hi to your mum for me. Oh, it's testing me. It's testing me. Once I get around the corner, I think it'll be fine. It's just getting around this corner. Oh, fingernails for the win. If any of my family's watching, I'll come and have lunch with you later today, by the way. See again here, it's like brittle. But I've got around the corner. Like, that's kind of the hard bit done until I get to this next corner. Heat, heat, heat. I wasn't sure whether to like do this on Facebook Live or YouTube Live. So whoever that was that bought the fishing shirt while I was doing YouTube Live before, also you'll get some Dash Off-Road stickers, a key ring, and a stubby holder too. So that's, if you want stubby holders, Dash Off-Road stubby holders, that's how you get them. Look at this, it's kind of working. Some blemishes, like this stuff, it's kind of porous, like, so the bubbles kind of self-absorb afterwards. So if there is the odd bubble, like if they're little, don't be too worried because they kind of sort themselves out on the next hot day. Like there's a bubble just here, I don't know if you can see it. It's a bit of a crease there, but like I know that will kind of just, well, I can do one or two things. I can either get that blade that I was telling you about, or I can just get it to like just wait for the next hot day and it will sort itself out. When I was doing the red across the dash, the very first bit, it wasn't great at all. But then, like that was 5 months ago, but you look at it now and it looks fine. My wife hates the red, by the way, so she's going to make me redo all of that black like this, so I will be buying more. Alright, another corner coming up. How's this going to work? There's a little bubble, I'll see if I can get it. If this tears, I'm going to curse. But, oh, I got the bubble out, beauty, I think. No, still there. Stuff it, I'll just deal with it later. Still on frame, good. Alright, next corner, here we go. I should be a pro now. So I'll just get it up on the edge. There we go. The annoying thing is, like, once you've done this, then it gets easy, but you've already done it, so you don't need that skill. Alright. There probably is, like, specific tools for this. Trim, trim, trim. As we go. I need a chair. I should have set this up better with a chair. Alright, on the... Oh, I just trimmed that a little bit too. Oh, you can... Slight little tear there, but that's alright. At least all the like little scuff marks that I had, this will hide all of that. Sorry this isn't like in your side of the camera, so I can move it around maybe. Get there, I'll just kneel down, that might be easier. Trying to work out what's harder, doing the dash or doing like the outside of the car. I actually think the outside of the car is harder. Oh, 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 no, 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 no. There we go. Push those bits down. Oh, you don't even notice that bit there. Look at that. Doing quite well. How long has this been going for? 63 minutes. For anyone that like started watching at the beginning and is still watching, man, you deserve a stubby holder just for that. Alright. So yeah, there's a couple little bubbles there, but I know I can get them out later, so that's really not a big deal. While I'm here and in the mood, I might just get this part sorted out too. Look at that. It's coming up nice. Look at that, just like I bought one. So this all gets hidden anyway. Oh, let's do the easy stuff first, hey? I might as well just keep trimming this side of it, and we can actually start to have a look at what it looks like. Alright. My battery hasn't gone flat yet. It's kind of handy. Hopefully I'm in shot here. There we go. Oh, 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 oh. There we go.
Off now.
Oh, okay.
So we have to like.
I've only got a bit more to go, so I'm nearly done.
Okay.
Alright. Just got told by the missus to hurry up. Alright. Here we go. That's looking good. So heat, heat, heat. Maybe I'll come around this other side. Maybe that would be better for you guys watching. So again, I'm just using my thumb here. I'm going to pull this back and start trimming. Now it looks like I'm undoing my work here, but I think it's going to be better in the long run doing it this way. Oh, that tear nearly went a bit sideways. Okay, back on this side. Can you see it? Sort of. Alright, I'm just going to, again, same as I did at the bottom, try and get my thumb in here. And just try and follow this edge. And trim. Like, if you don't trim, like there's tension in the vinyl. Oh, the thumbnail is the go. Starting to tear here up here, so we'll just have to relieve some tension there. Oh, see, there it goes, it's tearing up, but up's not a bad thing. That means it's too cold. Who knows what my battery's on? Squidgy. Oh, this is getting a bit hectic now, because like I'm watching this tear and I've got to watch this end down here as well. So I'm just kind of feeling my way through. It's so close to tearing. So close to tearing. Holy moly. Holy schmoly. Heat, heat, heat. Oh, I'm on a winner here, hang on. There's like so many angles happening at once here. I can't swear on YouTube because I might be demonetized. Oh, that's just gonna have to put up with that little crease there, so what? I can hear some of you right now going like, stuff these. Good thing is though, like, your dash isn't like under spotlight or anything, so it's not as if there are any like little imperfections that anyone's out there even really going to see it. Although if you paid $900 for this, you'd want it to be absolutely professionally perfect, wouldn't you? And before any of you even dare ask me if I'll do it for $900, there is no chance. It's not going to happen. Alright, I am chasing this down, like it's getting better. It's just one of these sort of slow and steady as you go things. And I'm going to have some serious leg cramps tonight from leaning over for all this time. Probably would have taken a break if I was not filming, but we're here for the glory. Alright. Getting there. I'm going to work out what to do around that, but that won't be that hard. Look, I can almost pinch that with my fingers. I can pinch it with my fingers, have a look at that. Just my fingernail. Like, once again, fingernail for the win. Probably should put some heat on that before I did this, and that would have helped. Take my own advice. Oh, so close. There we go. And then a bit of a scratch. There we go. Not bad. We're getting there. Getting there. I'm very tempted to start cutting this out because that will give me more flexibility in here. Let's do it. Hey. I hope I'm not talking too quietly. I feel like I am, but I'm out the front so my whole street can hear what I'm doing. Actually, usually everyone's mowing their lawns and everything. Maybe it's a good time to do this sort of stuff on Mother's Day. There we go. Oh, I can feel that's brittle. Okay, I think I will redo this because I can see the wood grain on the top here and that's going to annoy me. Yeah, I'll do that later. There's not much to go, nearly there. Heat, 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 heat. How's this looking? Oh, you can sort of see it. Probably like watching the Titanic sink, really. Oh no. Oh no. About the same speed as the Titanic. probably get a nicer edge cutting it with a knife, to be honest. But this is it, home straight. So I think the best technique is tongue out of bottom middle, just to get that precision. Because you've got to poke your tongue out when you concentrate, hey? Alright. That bit where I tore on the other side here and it rejoined up looks bloody excellent. Like because of the carbon fibre print, you'd never ever know. That's it. There we go. I'll put some photos up once I put this back in, install it in the car. I'm not going to do that on YouTube live, but I have to go out, otherwise my wife will kill me. Go out for Mother's Day lunch. But yeah, on the Y62 Patrol Modified Action Facebook group, I'll put it on there so you can see the final how it turned out. Just one little crinkle there. Heat, heat, heat. Every time you get in trouble, heat. Yeah, see, there we go, that's much better. Cut along the final edge. We are nearly done. Alright, I'll do that afterwards, you guys don't need to see that. But anyway, let's get this up. Looking at me, I've never done a 77-minute video before. Hope you liked it. I said I'd show you the shirt, didn't I? So let's get down, camera down like that. That's the Dash Off-Road shirt. Pretty cool, I reckon. Follow me. I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching, and awesome video coming up next Friday morning on my exhaust system, comparing muffler delete to stock to my AVO system from OnTrack. Check that out. Yeah.